5. Baby Diana, she's still the baby. 4.
And he'd be like, Dana, leave her alone.
3.
I don't know if he gives himself a deadline. His non-talk excuses is definitely something I took from
2.
Trying to go back there because it's gonna piss me off.
1.
It's the neighborhood therapist.
Dana, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
So relax.
You gotta be quiet. He didn't introduce you yet.
Exactly.
I got
What?
it. I'm gonna do this right here. It's the neighborhood therapist. Make sure you put an emphasis on the hood. I'm rocking with my brother, as always, MikeB.
You.
And this is Black Man Misunderstood, the podcast.
Kiko got them beats, baby.
I need one shit. Advocate, hope. Lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, fuck them casual trends. We going all in. Now, welcome to the growth. Keep it brief, this how it goes. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most.
So today we got something special for y'all.
Yes.
There's no need for me to get hyped up because Mike can hype the damn thing up.
Oh, you already know.
So I'll shut up and I'll let him take over. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So today is the start of a new series that we wanted to start up, and it's called Sibling Takeover. Y'all were already introduced to my sister last season. Now it's time to introduce you to some of Mr. Therapist's siblings, his 2 younger sisters, but I'm gonna let him do that.
Yeah. So I'll go in order. We got the middle baby, the middle child, my sister, Miss Dana. Go ahead and introduce yourself, ma'am.
Dana Yvonne Teal.
And my baby sister. Go ahead and introduce yourself, ma'am.
What's good? I'm Nyla. That's all I got.
Wow.
Best out of the 3. Oh.
Yeah. So what's up, man? What? Let's start it off. Go straight to it, man. We'll ask them straight what the people want to know. So first of all, what do y'all do as individuals?
I consider myself a network marketer currently. I'm a full-time mom. I trade stocks but this pandemic stuff, I was a chef full-time.
Okay. Can you cook though?
I think that's a death stare. I think that's a death stare. She's like, why you trying to come for me, bro?
Why would you even ask her that? Okay, it's my turn now. What's up? I'm Nyla. I already said that. I go to the University of Miami. I'm currently a junior in college. What else? I am a photographer, an aspiring graphic designer, and whatever else comes into my life, I will welcome it with open arms.
Okay.
Go ahead, do your thing, Mike, because I know you got 1,001 questions.
See, you know I know. Shoot, I seen from when they were little to now. But let's get to the nitty gritty. So, how was it growing with your sibling here, the neighborhood therapist? I need y'all to elaborate on this.
Let's see, I'll go. Let's see. I'm the baby. I think we're 9 years apart, right? 9. Yeah, we're 9 years apart. So I didn't really have too much of a relationship with him when I was younger, because obviously there's that big chunk of time. But I do being a jerk to me.
They already
A
started.
jerk to me, but in a brotherly way. I do remember him being there whenever Dana would bully me because that's all she did. She just bullied me my whole entire childhood. That's all I remember. And now it's the other way around. Now I bully her. But I do remember him being there whenever that would go down, and he'd be like, Dana, leave her alone. That's what I remember. Yeah. And he's a hard ass. That's what I know as well.
Dana.
The fact that I had to for these nuts.
Oh,
damn.
I
Disrespect.
had to handle from both sides. But I had a relationship with both of my siblings. Justice was someone I never thought I'd look up to as a human being because he's like Layla said, did not have a strong male individual to in our household, and I felt as though my brother took on the responsibility, even though he wasn't asked or told or anything like that. Being in a home with a single mom, kids on her own, barely any help. He definitely took on the role, and that's probably why he does now for us as old man. But I definitely give him his props from the neighborhood we come from and the background we could have. He took on a great path. His props. I'm really a proud sister. I'm also a proud big sister. My little sister, man, like my Naila goes above and beyond. It was not as a sister, especially her trying to say. And man, after 6 years old, having to share every other birthday after that, splitting cakes and
That's not how it goes.
What is this? What?
That's not how it goes, baby girl. Talk to your mother.
Now that's funny. So, Mr. Therapist, how you gonna follow up your sisters, huh?
Oh man, that's easy, man. So I first thing I'll say is I gotta give all praise to our mother. I don't always see eye to eye with my mom, but that's my mom. So I that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So what I like to tell my sisters is that I see a piece of my mom in each of us. We all got ways about her and us, and I think that's why we just so dope at what we do. I don't always get along with my sisters, but I used to not always get along with them. Now it's kind of like I've gotten to a point where it's like I don't have the time to argue with my sisters.
I ain't got beef with you, sir.
So my thing is this, bro. Like I look at our lifestyles and the way that we've lived our lives, and I know that they see the way that I am with Daph, and they're looking at that, and it's like, you know what I mean? They may not say it, but eyes are on me, and they kind of like, all right, if bro screwed this up, then men can't be shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where I just kind of like level myself out. I gotta, I understand that I got other eyes on me, so I always wanted to be that representation for my sisters. But Dana has always been Dana to me. She always been there. I always had to have her around, so that means good and bad. It was good. Yeah, of course. Like it was good because all the girls would be like, "Oh, Justin, this your little sister?" Yeah,
Yep.
my little sister. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? But
of course,
yeah, but it was also bad because Dana got to see a lot of that evil that I possessed. You know what I'm saying? Like me punching people in their face, like real aggressive stuff. Like I didn't really want her to see that type of stuff. So I definitely applaud my sister. My sister has come a long way. She does deal with a lot, and somehow, some way, she finds ways to get it. And I can't take nothing from her. She cold at that. So that I appreciate you, sis. I love you for that. Then you got to get to this young lady, baby sister, that feels like For some reason, she wanted to be my rival, and somehow has over and both of them have over eclipsed me, but this one like takes it too far, I think. Um, Naila is a super overachiever when it comes to stunting on me and Dana. Um, but 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 she's
Confused.
but
I
she's
love
phenomenal at it. She's phenomenal at it. I can't
I
take
mean,
nothing
I
away from her,
hate to
man.
see.
Yeah, at her age, I was not doing what she was doing, man. My sister has traveled to more
Word.
places than I've been to as almost a 30-year-old man. My sister does, photography and things like that. Like she's real photogenic and she real bubbly and stuff like that. When people, I know that we got this podcast, but when people meet me, like I am the complete, like I'm just chill, I'm smooth, quiet. Like you're not gonna get too much from me.
Opposite.
You meet Nayela. What's up? What's good with it? What we doing? I'm like, fam, like relax. You know what I'm saying?
100.
But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But growing up with Naila, like she said, it was such a big gap. My biggest thing with her was I wanted to make sure she was good. Same thing with Dana. I want to make sure they was good when they went outside. And you can attest to that, Mike, man. We
Protection.
bring Naila out sometimes. Yeah, we bring Naila out sometimes, and to my older kids on the block. Oh, this Naila, this not now. Oh, okay, all right. What's up, little mama? And they walk by, but Nana was so feisty when she's like, "Yeah, hi, okay." Keep it moving. I'll be like, bruh, you can't talk to these older people like that. Like,
nah, bro. Nah, bro. Straight like this. I text you last night. I found that old video of 8th grade graduation. And at the end is you and your family. Your pop talks, your mom. Oh, no. Your pop talks, then I think you talk. But then your sisters talk. I heard what they said. I'm looking at them like, yo, they still like that today. Especially Diana. She's like, yeah, congratulations, bro. I love you. I was like,
yeah, man.
baby Diana. She's still the baby. Oh, but she's grown up now. Jeez.
That's a fact, yeah. But to make a long story short, man, I'm proud of both of my sisters, man. They've all come a long way. And the sky is only the limit, man. You can't stop us. And we all college educated from Patterson, New Jersey, from the mud, from the bottom. So that that's a big deal. Our mama is college educated, so you know what I mean. Like first in our families type of thing to do it and things like that. There's others, but like I'm talking about the whole family. Like we call her Lily, Mama Lily, and her kids. Like they're all college educated, so that's a big deal.
That's a very big deal. Very big deal.
Fact.
So, with that being said, what have you guys learned from your sibling?
I'm gonna go first because this one is an easy one to me, and I've been waiting on a chance to say this to them, but I've never found the right time. So I can say this. My sisters have taught me to never underestimate a woman's ability to be great. I first started learning it from my mom, but that's your mom. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's an adult. You don't really, but I grew up with my sisters. So to watch the transformation from those, I'll give you a situation. Naila used to she sprayed water on my waffle one time. Like shit like that still bothers the shit out of me. You know what I mean? And then you know what I'm saying? And then you got Dana. Like she would purposely walk in the bathroom while I'm taking a shower and flush the toilet. And if you know anything about back in the day, the way the water pipes work, you flush the toilet when somebody in the shower, that shit gonna get hot or get super cold. You know what I mean? So
savage.
Yeah, bro. So to watch them go from that to because in my eyes, I'm like, man, they gonna always be fucking they always gonna be doing this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? To watch them grow into women and be successful and be on their grind and not doing the most in these streets and things like that. Like I really learned a lot to I always have respect for women, but my sisters make me respect women that much more. So I do what I do a lot of the times with my wife because of my wife, but for my mom and my sisters.
Can I explain myself? Explain myself. I didn't spray any water on your waffles. I've been blind my whole life, right? I remember I woke up, I could have been like 9 years old. I woke up one morning, he's in the kitchen making toast or something, and he puts the food in the sink, right? So like I'm the type of person, I don't put it in contacts and put my glasses on immediately when I wake up in the morning. So I'm trying to rinse something off or something. I don't see the food that shouldn't be in the sink first off. I don't So of course I turn on the water and do whatever the hell I'm trying to do. And he's just, Nyla, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? And my mom was looking at me like, what's wrong with him? And I was like, what are you talking about? I still don't see the food that's in the sink. I'm blind. And he's going off. I'm like, yo, what's happening? He's like, she did it on purpose. She poured the water on my food, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, this man has anger issues. Like, what? And then he picks up the food. I'm like, why was
always doing weird stuff like that?
Such a weirdo.
Listen.
A real life weirdo.
Was doing some weird stuff with his food in the kitchen, and you would have to, like a normal person would put the sandwich or whatever he was making in a microwave or a fridge or an oven somewhere that wetness couldn't get to it. This guy puts it in a sink to hide it. Like, what are you doing?
No, what's wrong with you?
Listen. To my defense, okay? Those were the last 2 Eggo buttermilk waffles in the freezer.
The fact that you know exactly what it is.
Yo,
those buttermilk waffles is popping.
So many years ago.
Listen, those were the last 2 buttermilk Eggo waffles in the freezer. And I had just spent a summer with my grandfather. Okay. So he had taught me a new trick how to make the waffles. He said, grandson, put butter in the skillet. After you toast the Eggos, when they done, they pop out. Put the Eggo in the skillet with the melted butter, and you swirl it around. So nobody's in the kitchen, fam. I like putting my food in random places. That's just something about me that I'm still like that. Okay, I put it in the sink because there was no more space on it. Yes, I put it in the sink because there was no more space on the counter, and I'm not worried about nobody coming in and do no wild stuff. Ain't nobody around. So I go to get my butter in the frying pan. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing I know, I see Nyla stamp her feet. She walks over to the sink, and I'm like, Nyla, I got food in there. Don't turn it on. She's like, okay, yeah. And then she proceeds to turn the water. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't recall. Don't recall.
No, because half the time Nyla wasn't listening.
That's a fact.
Me. That just doesn't make sense to me. You don't put food in the sink. That makes no sense. You're not rinsing off anything. There's no reason why bread of all things should be in the sink. Why?
He was hiding it. He was trying to hide it.
Hide milk waffles that nobody in the house wanted. I need to know. I want answers. I want answers.
What have y'all learned from y'all siblings? Please.
And syrup.
Yo, yeah, that was funny. That just went left, but let's bring it back. Now, ladies.
Let me go.
All right, Dana, go ahead. Talk to us. Talk to the people.
Let me go. All right. So I'm gonna do youngest first. I'm gonna do Nyla. Knock that out. From Nyla, honestly, Nyla gave. I'm gonna be straight up. Don't talk about her in a negative manner without being ready to pretty much get the back of hand. You can't say anything about Nana. From my brother, Justice, his non-tolerance for like excuses herself. One thing I Justice is there's always a way out, there's always a way through, there's a light at the end. It's gonna be all right. Like going through this now days for a couple of minutes, it's like there's a way to get through to where you trying to get to. It may not happen tomorrow or whatever, but Justice's consistency is crazy. His commitment to himself and what he stands for and what he believes he's going. I don't even know if there is a finish line for justice, but when something is presented in front of him, he sees it. He knows it's going to get conquered, and I don't know if he gives himself a deadline. His non-tolerant excuses is definitely something I took from him.
I won't break it down individually, but I will say, being the youngest, and I think anybody who is the youngest in their family can say the same thing. It's like you kind of watch your siblings, and you see what you can do and what you can get away with, and you see them get their butts beat because they did something. So you're like, okay, bet I'm not gonna do that, or I gotta be super sneaky to do it. You get me? Mm-hmm. I saw what they got away with, what they didn't get away with, and my mom is also a hard ass like Justice, and that's where he gets it from, and that's why they be button heads. So living with her, you had to learn what to do and not to do. So that's what I learned from those two. Also, I think when it comes to college, because like that's where I am in my life right now, I learned that I had no choice but to get out of Patterson. There was no staying for me. There was no staying near Patterson, going to Rutgers, none of that. I had to leave. I was like, they left, I'm leaving. Because like, what do I look like staying in the house? I'm leaving, I'm going. They went to the South, I'm going to the South, bet I'm out. So
that's funny.
That's what I learned. I just follow the steps, but do my own thing. Like do it, have a little twist to it. They did one thing, okay, bet I'm gonna try to do that, but I'm gonna do my own thing also. So yeah.
Okay. But you can't just bring up college and don't say what college you go to.
I already said I went to the University of Miami in the beginning. University of Miami, it's all about the U, okay, period. Yeah.
Yeah. You. Oh Lord. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I got a question. As my siblings, did y'all ever feel like I hated y'all?
I think I was too much in my own world to be thinking about that deep. Also, my number one thing was this one, Dana. So I wasn't thinking about your ass. I'm thinking about her. How am I gonna? My things to myself every day when I woke up in the morning is like, okay, I gotta wake up before her because I gotta get to the remote. So she don't get the remote and she hogs the TV all day. That's what I was thinking in my mind. Because again, I was a kid when we were all growing up together.
Bro,
when we all in the house.
Stabbed with a pencil? You ever been stabbed with a pencil?
I've never stabbed you with a pencil.
No. Dana has been stabbed, and I have been stabbed. I have the scar right here. The scar is there.
Thank you.
Nah, Dana. No, I'm with you on that, Dana.
How dare you ruin my reputation online?
A number 2 pencil.
Balls. Mike, go ahead and mute them real quick. Go ahead and mute them. I'm calling my lawyers. I will see you in court when this airs, okay? I'm calling my lawyers. I just want you to know that.
Oh man, that was
crazy.
That was too funny.
Bruise, bro. Still in my right.
I don't know who gave it to you.
Yeah, I already jumped the gun with the other questions going into the half sibling versus full sibling, and there's no point for me to ask the question. It's just more so for me to always just mention this is like family is family, especially when y'all grow up in the same household. And the bonds that you make with the individuals that you live with can't be broken, even if they were bad or good. So
I didn't realize what a half sibling was until I got to college. For real.
Me too. Same here.
That thing don't even compute to me. So when people like, if somebody was to be like Dana and Ayla, those are your half sisters. Like I kind of find that disrespectful, to be honest with you, because I can't compute that. It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think I can ever refer to them as your half sisters.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It would not make sense.
Yeah. It's just,
for the longest, I also, not that I didn't know what a half sibling was. Like I knew they were my half siblings, but I've never had anything but half sibling. Like how do you know what it is to have something that you don't have? It's kind of like being a twin. Like you've only been a twin your whole life.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to be an individual who was born by themselves. So like same thing with being half siblings, being full siblings. Like I don't know the difference. I only have half siblings. That's it.
I really, to be honest with you, I don't even think there's a difference. The only difference is more so biological, and it's who DNA mixed to make you. That was about it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get into my little psychology bag right quick.
Go ahead, Mr. Therapist.
So I had to take notes for this, man, because I ain't been in college and I don't know. I lost track, and I'm not trying to go back there because it's gonna piss me off.
It's about
So listen,
5 years.
I just said I don't want to go back. Moving forward. So it's a guy by the name of Dr. Kevin Lehman, right? He has the birth order stereotypes. So this is like a fact or fiction type of thing. I'm gonna lay out the birth orders, and y'all just tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all ready?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Okay. So in his book, the birth order book, Why You Are the Way You Are. So he says that the firstborn is a natural leader, a high achiever, organized, a know-it-all, bossy, responsible, adult pleaser, obeys the rules. Okay. The middle child is flexible, easygoing, social, the peacemaker, independent, secretive, may feel life is unfair, strong negotiator, and generous. The last child, the baby of the family, is the risk taker, outgoing, creative, self-centered, financially irresponsible, competitive, bored easily, like to be pampered, and has a sense of humor. Now, for those of you that are the only child, we ain't forget about you. Dr. Lehman says you are close to your parents. You have self-control. You're a natural born leader. You're mature, dependable, but you're demanding, unforgiving, private, and sensitive. How do y'all feel about these?
So, I guess with the first one, right? I think some of these are all circumstantial.
Okay.
Because I don't think all these are true. More times than not, you can say the oldest is the leader, but if they're not groomed the right way, do they truly have leadership skills and styles? Because I feel as though like it's different. Because take you for instance, Mr. Therapist, you're the oldest. I don't think you're bossy. One, I don't think you're an adult pleaser. Never thought you would be either. Obey the rules. I think you're more so the guy who likes to break them and then come back and join the line on the rules lines. Like you just obeying the rules. I don't think that's you, Seth.
No.
And then with Dana being peacemaker, I don't think that's true at all.
I do. I really do.
Really? I don't. Between I don't see it.
When me and Naila was going to war, that's who was trying to break it up.
But yeah, who else was gonna do it?
That is true.
That is also true.
I don't know. I don't think peacemaker goes to either one of us. If we're talking now in 2021. I think I may be the peacemaker. I think I have to take that one. Because for some reason, you, Dana, and Mommy are all at a stage in your lives where y'all feel like y'all just stubborn. Like you don't want to deal with anything. You don't have arguments. And for some reason, I get called when things go down. I'm like, yo, I'm 1,000 miles away. I'm nowhere near y'all. What are you talking about? What is happening? No, but yeah, Mommy did this, or Dana, this is for justice, this. I'm like, yo, deal with it. Like, what are you talking about? And just getting mad over anything. So I feel like I'm the peacemaker now, but I can't speak about years ago. I feel like we just all bumping heads years ago.
but Nyela, but the last one, I think a lot of them does hit you though. You are
Yeah.
the risk taker. You are outgoing. You do get. I think you do get easily bored, especially with your
Oh
generation.
yeah. Oh yeah.
True. Yeah.
Uh,
Self-centered. Very.
yeah, and definitely like to be pampered. You like your way with certain things.
Absolutely. I
So
gotta disagree with one of them though.
which
I'm
one?
not financially irresponsible. I'm very
Yeah.
good
See,
with my money.
Yeah.
and I don't think that one is true either, though, because I feel as though the most financial irresponsible one would be either the middle child or the older child,
Agree.
because the older child is either the test dummy because they're trying to figure out everything,
Damn the
or
disrespect. Can we get
wait,
some respect on our
bruh,
name, bro?
I agree.
Josh,
I agree. Keep going. Keep
Josh,
going.
I'm telling you, just listen to me. Just listen to me real quick. Or the middle child, because since the oldest did certain things a certain way, the middle child's like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way, and they always mess up more times than not. That's just me from observing observing stuff.
I have to agree 100%.
So I think personally, when it comes to financial irresponsibility, it would be one of the first two and not the last one, because I feel as though they've seen everything to understand what they need to do better.
Also, as the youngest, I feel like your parents kind of like, but they kind of just like, okay, go do your own thing. Like that's how I feel like once those two left the house, I had to do whatever I was doing. My mom was very lenient with me, and not because I was spoiled, just because like she already did it twice. She was like, okay, like you got it, you saw them, like all right, let's go now get on board. So like financially, like I got a job. I mean, I'm sure they did too, but like I felt like I was really trying to hold myself together with like my own money and stuff like that. Like if I wanted something, I had to go get it. But also, I feel like that's the way she was with all of us. But for some reason, I don't know. I feel like, especially with college, like I didn't get any parent loans because she already did it with Dana. So once it came to me, I was like, I got to pay for this by myself. So all those loans on my back. So.
All right, I guess I'll go first, and with the marketing tip of the day. It's been mentioned on here earlier by Miss Dana of networking. The neighborhood therapist repeated it. But definitely in marketing, with a lot of marketing and a lot of stuff with marketing today, networking is key and the biggest part of things. When you go to different events, you never know who you meet. Take people's business cards. One, two. That's just the way to grow your business at different point times. Like Mary Kay, for example, start off with one person, her asking another person to join up and start selling. Now, look how big the Mary Kay brand is now. And we can go even all the way back to Avon, how people used to sell Avon all the time. So, network marketing is key, is another major key, and that's all I need to bring up about that. It's not just friends, family members too. So keep networking.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Mental health tip of the podcast episode, man. Speak your truth, though, forever boil with it. And what I mean by that is when you sit there and hold on to anger and biting your tongue and things like that, people don't like to say the C word, but that's where cancer really comes from. We all have those cancer cells dormant in us, but when you sit there and fester on anger and resentment and just those vile thoughts, those toxic thoughts sitting on the inside of you, and you're not letting them out, speaking your truth, that's where a lot of that shit comes from. So just live your life to the fullest. That's also something I've learned from my sisters. Just live your life, speak your truth. Now, speaking your truth, I learned that from Granddaddy. He was a hot whistle, man. He'll tell you how it was and tell you what it is, and he lived a long life, man. 90-something years old, you know what I'm saying? So that is my mental health tip. If you want to live healthier, don't worry about the response. Just come at it with a respectful approach and live your life, live your truth.
Facts. I feel you, bro.
Now, before we get off of here, man, I'm a ask for closing remarks from everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. Of course, you know my thing is make love, not war. But I gotta give a shout out to our mother, Miss Lily Jr. She don't like it when I call her that. That's why I'm calling her that. Um, Miss Lily Jr. You have
She
raised
hates
three
it.
beautiful. She'll be okay.
Word.
You have raised three beautiful children. We are what we are because of you. It doesn't matter what we go through. You are still our
Mm.
mother, and we will continue to grind for you and make you proud. And if we just being honest, I mean, we that shit. What? What you want me to say other than that?
I'm gonna let your siblings go first.
Closing remarks for me, I'm gonna say, don't only manifest in your sleep. Get 1% better every day in some way. Read a chapter, listen to a podcast, anything to evolve just a little bit more, will closer to what you are seeing when your eyes are closed.
I like that.
Love and respect to you guys, both of you, Black men coming from where you come from.
Baby
My
sis.
turn. My closing remarks, I'll keep it quick. Basically, I already said it, but live your best life. If anything's stopping you from living your best life, get rid of it. If it's you, then change yourself, do something about it. Be your best self, whatever that is to yourself. Be self-aware, know who you are, be who you are, and don't change that for anybody. Period.
Hey, I feel as though I don't even have to say nothing. I'm gonna just say my remarks when my siblings come on.
Nah, you gotta go.
Everything's been said. It was a pleasure talking to you, ladies.
I appreciate y'all for coming on.
We
Definitely
here for it. We
appreciate y'all
here
for
for
coming
it.
on.
Always, always.
And with that said, folks, this has been another episode of Black Man Misunderstood Podcast, and we see y'all next week.
Kiko.